How's it going, YouTube? Survivalist news here, and how fitting. My first video involves Israel and Saudi Arabia. The people who've known me have known for a long time me and like every other alternative media person who's ever looked into anything knows that Israel is the hand behind most of the shit that goes on in the world, like 9/11, stuff like that. Okay, Saudi Arabia heavily involved in 9/11. Okay, and Iran always the end goal. Iran has always been the end goal for America, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and now it's come to fruition. So let's go ahead and see what Tyler Durden at Zero Hedge has to say about this. Yet more confirmation emerged today regarding the recently established relationship between Israel and Saudi Arabia, which is being defined by a shared desire to see Iranian influence and expansion rolled back in the Middle East. For the first time, a high-level Israeli government official has formally acknowledged the increased ties between the two countries. Okay, they formally acknowledged it, when it should have been formally acknowledged years and years ago, when all the documentation had been coming out about joint cooperation with ISIS between America, Israel, and Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and all this other shit, but nope. They now, on November 19th, 2017, formally acknowledged. Okay, anyway. Alright, but the Israeli government officials formally acknowledged the increased ties between the two countries, which has historically been bitter enemies, and which have never had official diplomatic relations. Yeah, okay. The historic news, which is worrisome for the fact that it could bring the region closer to a major war as a newfound allies, the Iranian proxy Hezbollah. Yeah, Hezbollah. Yeah, it's an Iranian proxy. You know, it has nothing to do with America, Saudi Arabia, Israel. Okay, but follows the link of an Israeli diplomatic cable sent to all of Israeli embassies throughout the world, which revealed the Israeli and Saudi behind-the-scenes coordination. The cable gave instructions to Israeli diplomats to express support for the Saudi war against Shia forces in Yemen, and also urged embassies to aggressively lobby their host governments to take steps toward pushing Hezbollah out of Lebanon. And Lebanon, yes, another proxy war, and so on and so forth. And today, the Times of Israel reports the following Reuters story under the bombshell headline, Israel has secret contacts with Saudi Arabia, senior minister reveals. Energy Minister Yuval Steinitz, sorry, I know I got your name wrong, but I don't care, said on Sunday that Israel has had covert contacts with Saudi Arabia amid common concerns over Iran. A first disclosure by a senior Israeli official of such contacts. In an interview on Army Radio, Steinitz was asked why Israel was hiding its ties with Saudi Arabia. Because they're funders of terrorism. Well, nobody know it. Of course they gonna tell you. But which does not have diplomatic ties with Israel. And in response, that guy replied in the affirmative, explaining that we have ties that are indeed partly covert with many Muslim and Arab countries, and usually we are the party that is not ashamed. It's the other side that is interested in keeping the ties quiet. With us, usually, there is no problem, but we respect the other side's wish when ties are developing, whether it's with Saudi Arabia or with other Arab countries or other Muslim countries, and there is much more, but we keep it secret. Yeah, keep it secret that you give billions of dollars in weapons to ISIS and other terrorist organizations. The official confirmation follows closely on the heels of an unprecedented interview that IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Gadi Eisenkot gave to a prominent Saudi newspaper last Thursday, in which he said that Israel is ready to share intelligence with Riyadh on their shared arch foe Iran. Eisenkot explained further according to Tel Aviv, based on I-24 News, that Israel and Riyadh, which he noted have never fought one another, are in complete agreement about Iran's intentions to dominate the Middle East. Iran's intentions to dominate the Middle East, yeah. Okay. That doesn't make any sense when you know what's going on. You see what Israel's done in Palestine and Gaza and all the other places around them. Israel is the ones trying to dominate the Middle East. Saudi Arabia are the ones trying to dominate the Middle East. They have this little pact going that's been going on for years and decades. But now it's coming out where they have to go against Iran. Like, now is their time. Now is their shot to go against Iran. They've got everybody's mind thinking about North Korea and nuclear weapons and all this shit. That's silence now Iran, and they go straight to nuclear weapons. It's predictive mind control. Going into the next story, then the next story, you build up the fear for the people to get them to believe a bigger lie. You get them to believe the little lies, and then you feed them the biggest bullshit. Okay, let's finish this off. Okay, in early September we broke the story that no less than Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman may have been among a Saudi delegation which secretly visited Israel at the time. This was based on Israeli state-funded radio broadcast, which made cryptic references to the secret visit while withholding names and specifics. An emir of the Saudi royal court visited the country secretly in recent days and discussed with senior Israeli officials the idea of advancing regional peace, the station reported. As knowledge of the Saudi-Israeli ties are becoming public knowledge, this could certainly result in embarrassment for both countries, especially the Saudi domestic front. An Israeli energy minister said today, it's the other side that is interested in keeping the ties quiet. Could news of official ties with the Jewish state be a recipe for more internal unrest to come to Saudi Arabia? No doubt, the kingdom's radical Wahhabi religious establishment will have much to say on the issue. This perhaps why MBS has reportedly continued his unrelenting and broadening crackdown. Yeah, so we see all this coming together now. We see the purge in Saudi Arabia, which was just a big money grab because their empire's fallen. Israel's empire's fallen. America's fallen, and we can all see it. So this is the last steps they have to take. These are the necessary steps, like power grabbing, like in Saudi Arabia, and what's been done in Israel, and what's currently happening in America right now. But Saudi Arabia, it's out to their breaking point now where everything's falling and just cracking underneath their feet. And so they have to get as much power, as much money as they can to try to achieve their end goal, which is a big war and complete control over the Middle East, along with Israel. Well, I guess I'm out, YouTube. This has been Survivalist News. Like, comment, subscribe. Share me with all of your friends. I'll get better at this. I promise I will. Always do. So, y'all have a good night, and I'll be back with more.